Good morning. It's Sunday, the first Sunday in UK, the first Sunday in London. Yeah, and it's the 13th of July. A beautiful, beautiful, cool morning. The sky is again very blue, and the winds are very, very cool, and we're feeling very fresh. Though I'm a bit tired today because I've got a very long story of yesterday, but I'm going to make it short and crisp. Yeah, so yesterday was the day we ventured out to the main London, that we call it Central London as well. Yeah, so I think at around 9 o'clock we went. We set off from the house after a heavy breakfast. Yeah, and then we took a train. It was a beautiful, very very comfortable train uh, to a stop. After which we again had to catch an underground metro. It's called the Tube here. That's a tube train. So I got to experience first time an underground tube train yesterday. But those sort of trains are usually very very cramped, very very busy, and you can just see like huge lots of people coming in, going out, and there's no place to sit also. So it's very very crowded, but the experience was very surreal, like when you think about traveling in a train that's like so many meters deep down the ground. So anyway, it was very nice. Yeah, and then our first stop was Buckingham Palace, because Malika and Joy Saab was also with us yesterday. And the good thing is that even Sarvesh was with us yesterday. So it was so nice to have the whole family together, to have some nice memorable pictures taken together. Yeah, so so we went to the Buckingham Palace first, and the palace was really really far away from the place where you get off the train station. And it was nice to know that the palaces were all very kept. It was all kept very private, and one can't imagine where the palace is located. So it's all hidden within like circles and circles of buildings and architectures. So we had to, I think, walk around 1 hour through the streets and through the gullies, streets, and finally through huge, long like walking ways, and finally we reached the Buckingham Palace, and it was a historic moment for us also, because anyone dreams of coming to Buckingham Palace if they are in London. No? So and it was very very interesting to note that mummy, she just walked and walked and walked and walked, which was quite difficult. Must have been quite difficult for her yesterday. It was a total trip of around 6 hours, and we were mostly walking for around 4 hours. So, but anyway, um, mommy of course was very happy to see the Queen's Palace. It's now the King's Palace, but they know Queen Elizabeth more. Earlier it was Queen Victoria, and then now it's Queen Elizabeth. So um, they very well associate with Vilayat ki Maharani, So anyway, we showed around the beautiful garden also. Buckingham Palace has a very very well kept, very very nice garden. The pictures we've taken the pictures of those, and I think we've shared it in our close network. Yeah, so yeah, the experience of Buckingham Palace was surreal, because I've only seen it in documentaries and pictures. And the best thing is we also saw the royal guards, and to have a sight of the royal guards. They are the guards which guard the gate of Buckingham Palace, and that's an icon of Buckingham Palace. So they're always dressed in the same way throughout the year, whether it's raining or whether it's snowing or whether it's sunny. They're not allowed to like wear other sorts of uniform, So I think everybody's noticed that it's always that black beer wool hat, and the red coat, and boots, and the nice pants, and it's all usually. I think the clothes are suited for the cold weather. Yeah, and whether it rains or whether it snows, they're not allowed to carry umbrella or something. We always see them like that, and they're not allowed to show reactions also. So even if somebody goes and talks to them or tickles them, they're not allowed to move. So they've got a very strict set of rules, and we saw them a bit from far, but yeah, through the gates we could see them standing upright. Yeah, so that was nice, and Buckingham Palace, and then there was a nice garden nearby that was called the Green Garden. Yeah, and we rested there. It's beautiful, with nice fountains and all, and restroom places and all. And then we set off for the other iconic spots of London. That is the Tower Bridge. We usually call London Bridge, but many people don't know that London Bridge is not so famous anymore. The the nice bridge which we often associate with London is called the Tower Bridge. So first we went to the Tower Bridge, and for that we had to again walk for around, I think, 1 hour. Yeah. So while coming from Buckingham Palace to the Tower Bridge, we passed by the Westminster Abbey. That's a church, sort of royal church, and also um, the UK Parliament. I'm not remembering the name. Uh, so it's the UK Parliament. I think the Castle of Westminster. Yeah, it's called the Castle of Westminster, and there's a Westminster Abbey Church nearby. So that is usually the Castle of Westminster is now the UK Parliament, and all the UK's prime ministers, be it Rishi Sunak, yeah, be it the present Keir Starmer, and everyone. There's the upper house, there's the lower house, and there's the parliament proceeding which goes on every day, and the exterior, the look of the parliament house is, it's, I think, all Victorian, because it was, most of the architecture was made in the Victoria, by Queen Victoria, that the mother of Queen Elizabeth. So that was all in 1900s. So that's more than 125 years back. So it's all, most of the London Bridge, the Tower Bridge, and this Westminster, the Castle of Westminster, all Victorian age structures which people from all over the world come to see, and which has made the London famous also spots. So it seems like there were a lot of constructions during the Victorian age. Yeah, so we saw that Parliament House, and then we walked past many like streets and alleyways, and finally we saw the huge majestic Tower Bridge of London. And yeah, there were thousands, I think hundreds, and I think there were almost many thousands of people, all sitting near the park and near the famous Thames River. And the bridge was very huge and gigantic, one of the biggest structure I think I've seen till now, apart from the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And that was huge, and very beautiful also, from nearby, because there are some structures which are very beautiful from very far, and this is like just from below the bridge only you can see the magnificence of this, the bridge. Yeah, so that was it, and we had a nice round of ice creams, and then again we started walking. We went to the tower. After that, we went to the Tower Bridge. I mean the London Bridge, the famous London Bridge, which we used to associate when we were children, and by singing London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. But that was a very simple bridge. Uh, and the song was after that bridge, and many people still think that the huge Tower Bridge is a London Bridge. Yeah, yeah. So when we were going to the London Bridge, we walked past. There were two huge, ships docked there, and they were the like antique pieces, and those were supposedly the warships which were used in the First World War and Second World War. Yeah, so we could see it up front, and we could see all the parts of mast and all the parts of the ship which is docked nearby, the Thames River. So yeah, those were the interesting, and very important and very historical pieces of artifacts which we saw yesterday. A memory which we will carry within us the rest of our lives. Those are the world's most famous architectural pieces, and the antique pieces, historical pieces. So we got to see yesterday, and we are so grateful that we are here in London, thanks to Malika and Joyce for all their efforts to coordinate, and thanks to the universe, God, family, everybody, for making this possible. Yeah. So after that, it was like a mission accomplished, because when you come to London, those were the major spots which everybody wants to see, and we got to see it. Yeah, and so that was the thing. And then uh, we went while coming back. We went to uh, we went to have some burgers in the famous outlet. So We had some burgers and chips and all, and McDonald's, yeah, McDonald's. And then we had some drinks. And then again, Joy came home and to fetch us in a car from the McDonald's. Yeah, and then we came home in a car. So halfway, and then yeah, and we were very very tired, and just we took a good rest. And today we are up early in the morning. Yeah, so we have a beautiful day ahead. Yeah, for which I won't talk about today's program because I hope it'll be tomorrow's blog will be interesting. So signing up again this morning, and today I'm in a intersection next to Malika's in a neighborhood actually. There's a nice overhead bridge here, so I'm vlogging from here today. Yeah. So okay, see you tomorrow Monday morning on the 14th of July. Bye.